Hi everybody, welcome to Earth One Now News. An incredible event occurred today as 24-year-old Jason Lester was given the prestigious ESPY award. His story goes back to when he was struck by a high-speed hit-and-run driver. He suffered severe injuries and was at the doorstep of death. Despite his dreadful injuries, he continued on to compete in triathlons. He has a definition of never give up. Now we go on to on-site reporter Jonathan Musa. Take it away, Johnny.
Thank you, Urfi. I'm here with Jason Lester. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, Johnny.
If you will, we have a few questions for you. Can you describe your accident?
When I was just 12 years old, I was riding my bike to the video store. I was then hit by a speeding driver. I was flung about 130 feet in the air. After that, I was taken to the hospital immediately.
Who inspired you to come back and run?
A lot of people inspired me after all the people that I encountered through the hospital and just in everyday life. But especially it was my father. After my father had passed away from the crucial heart attack, I wanted to go back and give him what he gave to me.
You also started a foundation. Who was that for?
The Never Stop Foundation is about helping disabled kids throughout their lives. It helps them build their confidence and endurance.
You wrote a book, and it's called
Running on Faith.
Running on Faith, yeah. Who is that? What is that about?
My book is about helping disabled people and how they can live their dreams. Their disabilities can't stop them, just like how mine didn't stop me from becoming an extreme athlete.
How about the race you started, the Transcontinental?
Yes. The Transcontinental race is when you run nonstop across the country. I ran for about 3,550 miles across the United States in 72 consecutive days. Wow, it's very hard.
How did it feel to be the first disabled person to win the ASPY award?
I'm not going to lie, it was very, very amazing. I was the first person to win the athlete with a disability. Thank you for having me, Johnny.
All right, back to Irfan.
Now we go on to Dr. Benjamin Comes for the autopsy. How do you know?
I didn't say.
Please take a seat.
Thank you.
So tell me, doctor, what exactly happened to Jason Lester that evening?
So when Jason Lester was just 12 years old, he was hit by a car going 70 miles per hour. He flew 130 feet into the air and was left there to die.
What were some of the injuries that he suffered from?
So he suffered from a collapsed lung and semi-permanent paralysis in his left arm, which he still has. And he suffered from 21 broken bones. 21. That makes up 10% of all the bones in his entire body.
How long did he spend in the hospital?
So he spent weeks and weeks in intensive care, and then spent months and months going to physical therapy at the hospital, where his dad passed away while he was at the hospital for 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So many of the surgeons and doctors, including myself, thought Jason Lester would never even survive, let alone become a world-class, high-endurance athlete. He's definitely very, very lucky to be alive. Somebody up there is watching after him.
All right, doctor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, that concludes our segment on Earth One Now News. Please tune in tomorrow.
3, 2, 1. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky. Little lights on.